I'm going to call the fifth one just satisfactory, screw it, time travel. Can't swear this early. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Okay, so okay, YouTube should be up. Let me get Twitch and the YouTube short output up too. Make sure everything's working right. Also, probably should get the game started. That wouldn't be a bad idea, getting the game started. It's never a bad idea. TwitchCon tickets, I couldn't afford those if I wanted to, but hilarious. No need. Feeling no need. Let's see. There's the game starting up. Okay, everything should be working now. Everything should be working now. Okay. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. I've changed up the camera, did a couple... I'm probably going to have to change the lighting a bit because it's like right before sunset where I am. But welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. We're back to playing good old... Wait, that's the wrong button. That's it. Good old Satisfactory. And I'm glad to be here. I love this game. I stayed up a bit late, to be honest, playing Total War, which, like, is stupid. I feel like every time I sit down to play Total War, I end up playing, like, I don't know, like, I end up playing, like, a bunch of characters I don't really care about, but I play them for, like, 5 turns and then I quit. It's like, love Total War Warhammer. Unfortunately, though, until you really, like, master the first, like, 10 turns for whoever it is that you're playing as, like, you gotta really replay and get those first 10 turns right. And until you do that, you're always kind of at a disadvantage. Okay, so... that's all set, that's all set. I do not, if I remember correctly... Oh, hey, welcome in, Saul. If I remember correctly from yesterday... Oh, yeah, we're now taking in those 200 screws per minute. We consolidated... Oh, no, we didn't. Shit. Wait, we gotta do that real fast. Oh, wait, no. No, okay. Everything's fine. No. That is all set. Okay, yeah, so this should be getting enough screws. Nothing here should be wanting for any material. Except this one still is for some reason. It's not getting enough iron plates. How many iron plates are we actually producing? It's not the most important thing, but good detail to make sure we're getting everything right. Okay, you're not getting enough iron ingots for some reason. Oh, 2 of these aren't even on. I built this bigger than it needed to be so I could expand really easily. Where did I cut that off? Here, only these 4 are running. I'm already starting to forget how the factory works from the beginning of this, which is just genuinely terrifying. Okay, so we have 4 smelters working right now, each taking in 30 iron ore per minute. How much iron ore are we taking out of the ground right now? This is being fed by these 2 miners. Ah! Each bringing 60. So yeah, 120 per minute. Okay. That's really all we have? I guess we're still a ways away. Wait, are these Mark? God damn it, I cannot talk today. These are Mark II miners, aren't they? Oh shit, they are. Oh. Already seeing the handicaps of starting in an area where you have... There's a lot of iron ore, but it's all in, like, crappy, impure veins that don't give very much. Oh, well. It's not the end of the world. At least that's actually using all 120. These are pulling out 122 to this second vein. Where the hell is that even going? I need to install an elevator over here. Oh, shit, that also reminds me. I still have to automate all of these, so I have to actually go back and... Essentially, now that we've unlocked Caterium, we have to go back and essentially... So you see how this factory isn't running right now? It's because it's full. It's completely backed up. All the materials are being used. There, it just kicked on when it used some material. But this container that it's leading into is full, basically. It's a little bit being funneled off, but not at the rates we need to. So we need to automate the ability for this to... split this off and feed it into like a mulcher, a chipper, that'll give us a small rebate for those extra materials. That also means we start using exponentially more power, which is not good. It's basically just enough for us to start like one more project, so actually maybe that's not a good idea right now. Okay. Let's go restock on steel plates. Let me think about what we should be working on. Did I ever expand the... Oh, I did. Okay. I did expand the concrete factory. That was one thing I was worried about. I need to... Okay, you know what? I'm not going to automate. Like I said, we can get to a point where... any excess materials will be automatically fed into this machine, which I usually refer to as the chipper, but is the sink. Awesome sink. Essentially, it's just here to give you a small rebate on extra materials. Any materials. The more complex you feed it, the better the rebate you get. And you can spend those tickets to get unique stuff. Fast as possible. Okay, what can we feed in here? Plenty of stuff, honestly. We're making plenty of steel pipes, actually. Take those. Take all that. Take those. Take those. Take that concrete. Some wire. I actually do have plenty of wire. Take that. I need to restock on quick wire anyway. Take that. Take the rotors. Not the reinforced plates, though. Take these extra screws. Not the steel plates. Okay. That's a start. That'll get us a few tickets. I don't think I've cashed in anything yet. Oh, yeah, we already have 5. That is mainly because I'm not even feeding a particularly complex stuff. But I'm already at 5 because I haven't fed anything into it the whole game. So it's... I haven't spent any tickets yet. Oh, this needs fed in there too. I'm going to delete this container because it's not running anywhere now. There. It's just janky and running through something else, but the goal is for this to run out anyway, so who cares? Doesn't really matter. Once this container is empty and it's all been fed into there, we'll worry about what to do with it then. Okay. Oh, I probably should restock on all those things I just dumped into the fucking trash. That would be a good idea. Give me some more reinforced plates. Another stack of rotors. Phase 2 is currently being worked on. God, this is the part where you have to start getting serious about Satisfactory. All that's good. These are still working on Phase 2, and they have a long way to go. They have all the materials that they need, it's just going to take time. I guess I could overclock them. I don't know. Right now, while watching... Oh, like a redstone factory? Nice. Hell yeah. I used to know guys who would make, like, fucking calculators and shit in Minecraft. But I was never that Minecraft player, so respect. I never felt like getting that deep into Minecraft. It just wasn't that kind of game to me. There we go. Oh yeah, I knew I was well stocked on these. It should be on steel. There we go. Copper plates. I'm gonna leave those. I don't need copper plates. They're only really used when working with water. I don't need them, but when I do need them, I will suddenly need a lot of them. So it's good to have a stack. An AFK farm. Oh, like an actual like animal farm. For some reason, my first thought was that has to be something like farming like crypto or something like that.
Our blood could fill the effigy veins for a resonant song. Scripture becomes harmony, becomes composition. Defile our temple and the threads will sew the windows open.
Pattern analysis continuing. New instruction. Repeat pioneer exposure to alien artifacts. Brain damage compensation packages may be available on successful completion of a special claims form. Our expert Fix-It medical staff are impartial and always open to assess your claim.
Nice. Ooh, I can do some color coordinating. Man, maybe I'll have to switch over to some Planet Coaster at some point. I don't know, I'm suddenly feeling like I'm building a factory, now I want to decorate. Oh god, I'm gonna turn into a fucking housewife. Turning into a house husband, slowly but surely. Oh god. I inadvertently picked Ukrainian colors. Alright. Well, could be worse. It's a good color scheme. It's a redstone machine making food, crops, bread, iron, coal, lava, paper, and smelting melt and blocks. Jesus, ever-loving Christ. I don't know. I would never get into that in Minecraft. That just seems... I don't know, I'm saying that's too much, but I'm building stuff. I'm doing a lot of that here. So I guess I should... But I guess I'm playing a game that's for that. I don't know, that's cool. What the hell was I doing? God, this is the part of the game where I really start to just lose my fucking mind. Start to run back and forth, be like, what the fuck was I doing? I do want to color that. So, cool, that's done. I changed up some of these machines, but didn't recolor them to the concrete scheme. There we go. That's iron. So I can make this iron gray. Get the miners. Damn it! I'll get back up. I gotta color these too. Well, I guess I'll take the long way up and kill two birds with one stone. We need to just find a really, really... We need to go exploring and find a really hard, high place to just jump off of soon. I love using that. It's cooler when you have the jetpack, obviously, but the parachute is still really cool and really useful into the late game. Which is always great to see. I love when games keep starting equipment that's actually, like, useful in the late game. I didn't color these either. There we go. Oh, hey. Streaming schedule. Oh, God, I wish I was that competent. I usually try to be here sometime in the afternoons, where I am, I guess. Usually around 2 p.m. Central, somewhere between that and 5. Try to hop on as many days a week as I can. Yo, happened to that femboy. I think they're still following, last I checked. I think they're still following. Do I have a color scheme for... Ooh, that's really ugly. That'll do, though. Can I combine this with, like, the yellow? What's a good color scheme for these? Maybe the sandy brown? Maybe that? I can always change it later. Let's do that for the biomass burners. Change the ground too. If I change the ground color, I can see where it is on the bottom, actually. So you know what? We will go ahead and change it. There's going to be some intense discussion about how to decorate my factory, just so you guys know. Just so you know exactly what it is that you're in for today. So hope you're cool with that. Yeah, this is a game that I'm just, I gotta be honest, hopelessly addicted to. I love this. This is genuinely now my favorite game of all time. For a long time, it wasn't even like a building crafting game. For a long time, my favorite game of all time was, I was a really big Bethesda fan. It was Fallout 3. Huge Bethesda fan. Huge. So I was really into Bethesda RPGs, you know. Oblivion was like my first game that I ever like really loved, and I played it back in high school. Which I think was still way too late. There we go. There we go. Just a couple more of these. There we go. Alright, that's applied. Do I have enough tickets now? Probably should check that. Those are running really slowly. We need to do another... We need to finish another 700 cycles. 2 cycles per minute. Was that 350 minutes? That's... Oh boy, that's like several hours, I'm pretty sure. We could bump that for... it's a lot of power. Just leave it for right now. I'll come back. If I need to rush it, I will. What else do I play? A lot of things. Mostly building games, to be honest. I feel like when I'm at my best, it's usually when I'm doing either a building or a survival game. So, a lot of Satisfactory the last couple of weeks. But also a little bit of Total War. Some of The Sims. A lot of Project Zomboid. Draw some cool stuff. Nice. Excellent work. Never finished Morrowind fully. Same for Oblivion. Only finished Skyrim. Yeah. Never played Fallout 3 or New Vegas. That's a shame. That's a shame. Look, Fallout 4 is... you know, whether or not you should finish Fallout 4, I think almost entirely depends on whether you're on console or PC. My stated opinion on Fallout 4 is, with mods, Fallout 4 is one of the best games ever made. Without mods, Fallout 4 is crap. Fallout 4 sucks, to be honest. Fallout 4 sucks. So the shooting is okay. The building is okay. The crafting is okay. I'd say that because you can't sink stuff into the ground in the building mode, the, what is it called? Not your sanctuaries, that's the name of the main place, but your... What the fuck are they? Your bases, you know what I mean. Those places that you build, your bases. Because all of them are like, oh shit, I fucking forget. I don't know. Fallout 4, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's what I was talking about. Fallout 4's building. It does not just work. Fallout 4's building is pretty good, but leaves a lot to be desired. Nice. Okay, I'd like for that to go faster. But I do have the coal to spare, actually. No, actually, no, I don't. No, I am using all of it. Shit. Because I can still only move so much per minute on a single conveyor belt. So I can only take so much at a time out of the ground, which sucks. Great builds on Fallout 4. Yeah. When you have PC, so you can enable things like being able to sink objects into the ground, it's great. Genuinely. It's phenomenal when you can do that, but you can't do that on, like, console, which sucks. Really sucks. My settlements are also awesome. I make some cool shit in Fallout 4. I love making, like, full-scale, like, restaurants and bars, and, like, make the armor stands, like, an actual, like, shop. I always love doing that. I'm glad they added the ability to make, like, counters instead of just those big, contained, like, outdoor-looking things, but, like, actually, like, just have the, animation for the NPC you assign to it just work at a counter. That's so nice. That was great. Give me all of these, actually. I'm producing a lot of them. Let's feed these into the chipper, too. I don't need them. Missing concrete. Oh, I never restocked on concrete. Okay. I will. If you haven't played Fallout 4... Oh, okay. Never mind. You have it on PS4. Oh, you have it on PC with mods. Okay, so you should finish it. Yeah, Fallout 4 is great with mods. And you should try Fallout London. That's a free mod, and it is incredible. Genuinely incredible. Genuinely incredible mod. You need to play Fallout London if you haven't. Absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely. I know I'm overhyping it, but like, I'm not even overhyping it. You should play it. It's absolutely fucking fantastic. But yeah, go finish Fallout 4. The main story sucks, but that's true in a lot of Bethesda games. And the side content is pretty good. It's got some issues, but the actual game, the story is weak in Fallout 4, but it does a better job, I think, than a lot of people give it credit for its, how do I put it, like, I really like the fact that they focused on the gameplay loop itself and, like, what you're doing. They paid a lot of attention to what you're doing moment to moment. And that's nice, you know? Like, that's what I think Fallout 4 did right with me. You know, kind of like Mass Effect 3. Mass Effect 3 was the best, like, mechanically, had the best shooting, but it also, like, kind of sacrificed a lot with the story. But that worked for Mass Effect 3 as, like, a peak, like a pinnacle. It kind of worked for that. I don't know. Fallout, I think it goes either way. All I need is concrete. Right. No stupid karma system. You don't like the karma system? Really? Alright, how do you feel about the faction system in Fallout New Vegas, then? There we go. Give me a shitload. No, I liked the game. Liked the realistic weapons mod a lot in Fallout 4. Okay. Oh, like the ones that, one of the most important ones to me is always the one that flips around the rifle, the hunting rifle, so it's actually, so it ejects the cartridges on the correct side. That was fucking stupid mistake. Bethesda's never been good at animations, though. Never good at animations. I like to play in ways the game doesn't understand. Well, you do drop a lot of tanks in Project Zomboid, so I guess that tracks. Faction system is just okay. Okay. I thought it was better than that. I think it was deeply flawed. You know, it had some pretty serious issues, but it was still good. I thought it was good. The NCR troopers really needed to be their own faction because they would attack you if you did an anti-NCR run. You were basically banned from the strip because all the NCR troopers would attack you on sight. So that kind of sucked. But also, I guess maybe that's thematic. I don't know. Have I played Outer Worlds? Okay. Well, first of all, first let me ask, just to make sure that we're talking about the same game. You mean Outer Worlds, the Obsidian game made by the makers of New Vegas, that was like really, really hit, pushed hard as like the New Vegas in space. That's the one you mean, not Outer Wilds. Just making sure. Because if so, I did play Outer Worlds, and I didn't like it. Yeah, not Wilds. Okay, good. I did not like it. It took me a long time because, God, I wanted to like it so badly. Hello, Ada.
Milestone reached. After several pioneers started exhibiting traumatic responses to power blackouts, Fixit developed mitigation tools recommended by your local therapist. Power storages can hold excess power to delay or prevent blackouts in the eventuality that your factory's power consumption exceeds production.
Should probably build a few
To
of those.
simplify, these are rechargeable batteries. Power towers carry power lines for significantly greater distances than poles, facilitating factory expansion and exploitation of this environment for the good of Fixit and humanity.
I should get some batteries. Yeah, I thought Outer Worlds was really disappointing when I played it. I got it, like, on a super sale. I mean, first of all, I was worried immediately when they started really selling it as, like, pumping the fact that they had made New Vegas before that. Obsidian should be better than that. They have a reputation already of excellence. They don't need to do that. They should have been above that. That worried me off the bat. Then the game, after it comes out, you know, I liked a lot of the material. I liked what I was hearing. I liked the narrative focus, and they did have a narrative focus. They sure tried in a lot of places. But a lot of it was just too wrapped in irony and too self-referential to really be serious about any of the issues that it was talking about. You know, corporate interests, especially. Like the game is all about corporate interest, you know? That's what the game is about. It's about corporate interest. But, like, don't pussyfoot over it, like, once you've made the game. Like, once you're don't start out from that and then chicken the fuck out of it and, like, not want to then make a really serious statement on corporate life or corporate America, you know? Like, Fallout New Vegas and its America stand-in, the NCR, who are, you know, yeah, I'll go with America stand-in. It's no oversimplification, but it works. They, Fallout New Vegas did a genuinely interesting dissection of them and what their, not only what their strengths, but also their many, many weaknesses as a faction, you know, and in their ideology, you know, what the things that Caesar was exploiting. There wasn't really a lot of that with Outer Worlds. You know, there wasn't a lot of exploration into the ideologies of any of these companies. Just a lot of, like, ironic humor. Not ironic, just, I don't know. There was a lot of jokes about, haha, we're so corporate. Okay, but, like, do you have something to say beyond that? And it just didn't feel like the game did. It really just didn't. Where the fuck is the... Oh, awesome shop. There it is. This is where we spend the tickets. Yeah, I'll throw it way the fuck back here. Why not? Actually, technically, here is the panel where we get the tickets from. Okay, we have 15 tickets to spend. We can get the boombox. Probably should get the boombox, actually. Oh, there's new conveyor wall holes. Oh, it's some of the new stuff they added. Conveyor through monitor. Interesting. Okay, that's really cool. Let's get the wall mount, ceiling mount, wall power outlets. I'd like the Mark IIs, but we're going to have to probably be stingy. Oh, that's only 5. Okay, maybe we'll cut it later, but I do want the Mark II power outlets that we can put up on the wall. This is going to open up a lot of new avenues for us as far as building. Lights, we don't really have the power for it right now. Shelf units. What is that? That's kind of cool. Okay, I'll check into that later. I'm not going to spend 3 tickets on it right now. Outer Worlds was okay. Played the game by killing everyone that said no to me or got in my way and got the good ending. Yeah, it was one heck of a game. It did kind of do the humor thing a bit too much. I guess that was what they were going for. Yeah, well, I mean, it's not just... Like, Fallout New Vegas had humor. Like, and I'm going to compare it to Fallout New Vegas because they compared it to Fallout New Vegas multiple times. Like, Fallout New Vegas had... Oh, railings. Yes, please. Fallout New Vegas had humor. Nothing wrong with humor, but like you have to, but it takes a very skilled writer to balance humor with the more serious issues. You know, like Fallout New Vegas managed to balance alien invasions and sexual assault in the same game. Big game, but still, that's a heck of a thing to do. But rather than, like, facing a tough battle such as that to do those... I don't have enough for the walkways. Instead of facing the tough battle that it is as a writer to grapple with how do you make these things fit into the same game without feeling total whiplash as an experience, you know, look at the boombacks, the last few of these. You know, instead they run away from that and they hide behind a shield of irony that doesn't allow them to really thrive as writers or do their best work.
In the early days of the Save the Day program, when I was still in alpha, some of the employees would store their personal musical projects on my servers. In a way, this was the music I was conceived to. Enjoy.
Oh! I hate you, Ada. You just ruined the music for me. Oh. Why you gotta put it like that? Why you gotta put it like that, Ada? Oh, that's... Oh, God. Oh, God. Same problem leaning too much into the humor in places it maybe wasn't suited. Yeah, I mean, the game... Yeah. And the game also generally just felt kind of... like it lacked maturity. you know? It really did. Like, I don't want to be... That might be one of the meanest things I've ever said. But it's really true. It just felt like the game lacked in maturity. Like, did they have the interns write it or something? Like, what happened? Where are the adult writers at Obsidian? You know? Where the fuck are they? Where the fuck are they? Where are the gray hairs? Who's teaching these people how to do this? Shallow. Shallow is the perfect way of putting it. You are absolutely right. What is this corner road barrier? Interesting. Okay. I might make use of that. Let's try not to fall into these pits. Don't need that one. It all starts to feel a lot more done when you have railings and paint and everything is painted. There we go. Let's see, remove those. I'm trying to think what other games were big disappointments for me. Oh, I'm still mad about, honestly, I do want to go back and play Civilization 7 at some point. Sorry, Civilization 6. I still have very little hope for Civ 7, and that is still, honestly, like, depressing the fuck out of me. We're making good progress on Phase 2. It's still depressing the fuck out of me. You've got the safety inspector coming, reminds me of working in a glass factory years ago. Most of the safety equipment came out when we had inspections. Yeah. We're trying to be better about that here at New Memphis. We're trying to make this stuff, you know, we're going to have people wearing their hard hats all the time. This is real union work. We take safety measures seriously. Come on. No, I feel like the factory starts to feel a lot more done. It's going to feel even more done once we get more steel beams and we can start building, like, pillars and stuff beneath these. But I think that's a ways off. Let's do some more foundations. Wait. Long distance cabling. Long distance electrical work is the hardest electrical work. There we go. And just leave it there. Perfect. That. Yo, Bishop, welcome in, welcome in. Civ 6 is free. Oh, Civ 6, that has passed. There's a new game on Epic Game Store now. It looks good. I mean, it looks like the new free thing on Epic Game Store I'm going to totally download. Or, you know, totally add to my library. Never download and legally own. And Epic... I feel like the future of Epic Game Store and what finally brings them down is when they get sued for... is when they get sued by their own customers when they can no longer provide access to games that they gave out for free that the customer never downloaded. Episode of South Park, they was clowning Trump. I have not seen it, but I am very happy to see them clowning on Trump. Fuck yeah. Good on South Park. You see, this is why South Park is getting renewed, and Stephen Colbert is not. South Park, well, South Park is actually funny now. South Park is actually funny when it's political, because South Park goes after everybody. That is how you make an institution, Stephen fucking Colbert. It's a shame to say, because I like Stephen Colbert. But yeah, good on South Park. Glad to see somebody roasting Trump. Hell yeah. It's made by Ninja Kiwi, the divs that made the... Legion D2... Oh, wait. Oh, the new game on Epic Games Store. It's Legion D2. Made by the guys who made the Bloons game? Good at tower defense? Interesting. Alright. Well, I mean, very different tone, but good to see them sticking to what they know. I mean, it's good to do that mechanically as a dev studio. I mean, I guess you should, like, try to push some boundaries, but, you know, sticking to what you know is good strategy if you want to actually make money. I've used up all of my iron rods now. Probably should go get more. I love that South Park is still, like, is somehow more relevant than ever now in 2025. I fucking love that. That's fucking great. Yo, Flagrant, welcome in, welcome in. Good to see ya. Good afternoon, Vietnam! Or something appropriate. Something, something equivalent to Vietnam. Actually, Vietnam's pretty peaceful right now. Vietnam is the peacefulest part. Peacefulest? Peacefulest. Vietnam might be the most peaceful part of Southeast Asia right now with the Thailand-Cambodia border flaring up. See how that goes. Chilled out on Project Zomboid for now. I might play it at some point. But I am kind of invested in SATISF4CTORY, to be honest, so I'm looking forward to playing this for a bit longer. And then I did also promise I was going to play Enderall, which I'm excited for, honestly. Like, I've been wanting to go back and replay Enderall. But there are some other mods. I've been meaning to also finish Fallout London. I got a bunch of stuff. And I also have some personal stuff I need to be taking care of. I played Shapes 2. No, I have not. Shapes. That sounds like some kind of a... Doesn't sound like my first choice in games. What's it about? Is it just like a puzzle game or something? Going at war is not on my 2025 bingo card. Well, I mean, technically speaking, there's a lot of places on Earth that can flare up at any moment. Technically. They shouldn't, hopefully. Thailand, for those who want a little bit of context, Thailand is the side being supported by the United States, trained and given massive amounts of funds by the United States in order to maintain their military, while Cambodia is supported by the Chinese. So it will be a very interesting test to see which side is doing the better job training their proxies and how to fight. And especially with China being right there, they should, in theory, have a massive advantage. So if it turns out the U.S. does do a better job than them at arming its proxies in the region, that will not look good for China if they can't defend their own backyard. Should be interesting to watch. Go Team America. But I'm only saying that because I'm American. I need to kill some stuff. I need protein. Oh, Shapes is a mining game. Cut, press, combine. Okay. Oh! Thank you, Bishop, coming in with the worst news of all. I did hear about that. Yes, Hulk Hogan died. Fucking national treasure. God damn it. If it comes out that he molested kids, I'm going to be really upset. God, I hope that doesn't happen. I mean, unless he did. But God, I hate that I can't even, like, enjoy, or, like, I can't even be, like, sad about a celebrity death without thinking about that now. I really fucking hate that. God, I like Hulk Hogan. What a fucking honest guy. And Ozzy Osbourne, yeah. 80s, 90s, taking some hits, man. Where'd that other guy go? Probably fell off the cliff. They do that a lot. Oh boy. I believe there's coal inside this cenote, but I'll probably try to actually lift it out. Or somewhere near it. Oh! Yeah, don't die. Yeah, I got the inventory space. Anybody here got protein to donate? Get over here. You have protein. Ah! Okay. Fuck you. Get out of here. Get out of here. Oh boy. Wait for something to jump out at us. Oh, maybe not.
Follow the veins to the altar and chant. We watch the waves of the effigies in the shallows passing through the windows, and they're all the same. There is no resonance growth. Sing.
I just called the Fix-It doctors. They told me there is definitely no danger from repeat exposure to these signals. In fact, they said it is good for you. I apologize, but the call dropped suddenly, otherwise they would have told you themselves. The good news is you should run towards these strange and dangerous-looking objects whenever you find them. Doctor's orders.
You see, this is the kind of medical care you get when you work for Space Walmart. In other news, P. Diddy got off all serious charges. Like, what? Oh, I did hear about that. Man, that's the sad... The sad reality of a lot of these celebrity cases is you got to figure out exactly what is trafficking and what is... And it's... the lines between human trafficking and, I don't know, just a regular Hollywood orgy are already murky to figure out. So I'm disappointed, but I guess I'm not surprised that Diddy got off again. And again, and again. U.S. courts pay to win. Yeah, that's part of it too. But I mean, it's also the fact that genuinely you can't, like, Let me put this. Like, you can't really charge him with trafficking if she was actually his girlfriend at any point. I'm surprised they didn't get him on more charges for the destruction of property. But, I mean, if he... More than likely, the day after he blew up Kid Cudi's car, he probably paid him $500,000 to have him sign some kind of NDA that now the Fed has to work around when they charge him. Same for everything else Diddy ever did. You know, these celebrities put people under, like, all kinds of, you know... lock and key, you know, in terms of the amount of contracts they have to sign. Ooh, sulfur. Oh, shit. Is there coal anywhere nearby? No. 400 meters. There's a lot of it over there. A lot of it over there. Where the fuck are we? I don't even know. Oh, there's the elevator. Let's head back. See if we can find something tall to jump off of. They didn't link the freak-offs to the rest of the serious things. Yeah, I mean, it's... I mean, it's the same... I gotta be honest. I mean, Hollywood's full of fucking degenerates. The sad reality is, you know, those who can, will. And I'm not a fan of it. But, I don't know. For right now, I'm just trying to focus on supporting celebrities who I actually like and who seem to be ethical people. You know, I don't know. I don't know. What do you do exactly? At the beginning, they made the freak-off sound so much worse. I mean, they are bad. I mean, they're just... But I mean, the problem is, all of those 12-year-old girls they trafficked... They probably did have him sign some kind of paperwork. Like this, they did a lot of disgusting shit, but you put enough paperwork and money into it ahead of time, and you can prepare for just about anything. You know, you can make anything seem legal in retrospect if you pay him enough money, you know? It sucks. So, Yeah, Diddy ought to be in fucking prison the rest of his fucking life. But we need to purge all of fucking Hollywood and basically the entire American aristocracy. But until we're ready to, like, really start doing that, that's what I think the Epstein thing has got people under people's skin. It feels like a moment where we're having to, like, stop and ask, look, do we actually really want to get this aristocratic purge underway? Do we really want to do that? Personally, I'm all for it, but hey. My GF and I had to sign an NDA for a minor pay dispute at work once. Can't imagine what sort of things they have to sign in Hollywood. Yeah, seriously. That's exactly why every 13-year-old girl that they brought in for playtime was required to sign 2 or 3 of those, probably. You know, and got paid a bunch of money, which further muddies the legal waters, even if they're minors, unfortunately. Especially when a lot of them don't want to be in court and openly testifying, because then their lives will be in danger. It's just a fucking mess. So I'm not surprised by the verdict. I'm not surprised the U.S. government is incompetent and spineless. I'm not surprised by that, but I'm continually disappointed. Ooh, yeah, steel beams. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Good shit. Hell yeah. Oh wait, is there a hard drive around here? Oh shit. Okay. Of course. What does it need? 60 megawatts of power. God damn it. Okay. I have to build a whole like fucking structure out here. How high can I get this? There we go. There we go. These generate 30 megawatts, right? I believe. Yes, 30 megawatts apiece. Fuck off. The fuck are you talking about? Okay, fine. I'm gonna literally put this third one underwater. Just as a fuck you. And a fuck me. I have to climb down here now. There we go. Highlight all of that. Smooth. Need a ma'am. There we go. And let's get this hard drive scanning. Figure out what's on it. Okay. And they too young to even know that legal stuff? Yeah. It's fucking terrible. The country after the verdict. I'm sure he'll never come back. I mean, I'm sure he will. You can always... I mean, even if... I gotta be honest, even if Diddy had gotten... actually... I mean, even if he had gotten convicted, there's a very good chance he could have just sought refuge in Israel. If I'm honest. There's a very good chance. He's got a lot of money. Probably could. Been waiting for it for years. I am glad that you have the fanciest Taco Bell. My God. Truly, there were as gods who built this place. There we go. If that Eminem verse on Killshot is real, I like Eminem. I would be upset if anything happened to him. So, there still seems to be a few good people in Hollywood. Jim Carrey's another one. There seems to be, like, a few good ones who have been, like... have had a lot more moments throughout the years of them alluding to certain things. Has become, like, a lot more prominent. There's a lot of stuff that's probably never going to be public until long after you and I are dead, tragically. But these people are sick fucks, and like half of them should be in prison. So let's make that happen. Like honestly, let's make that happen. Fuck these guys. Fuck these Hollywood pricks. Fuck them all. Send them all to fucking prison. Jim Carrey, Mark Wahlberg. Oh yeah, Mark Wahlberg too. I like Mark Wahlberg. He's another like I like him for the same reason Eminem. He's like another like dude from the block, you know, or 50 Cent. Yeah. But then again, we still don't know if any of them were involved. We don't know, so can't give them too much credit. We still don't know, and if nothing else, I don't know. A lot of them could have gone more public sooner. Retire. Oh, yeah. Jim Carrey and a lot of others. It's really sad. Rich is going to lead the new Hollywood. Rich doesn't particularly watch movies, unfortunately. That would be cool. I would love to make a movie at some point. I'd love to get like involved in the movie making process on like a small film. I've thought about getting into like micro budget like filmmaking. It seems cool. But I like doing like character drama stuff, so I might at some point like I'd love to do if things take off, I would love to actually like get involved in like a movie project in some way. That sounds really cool. Just gonna leave those there for right now while that hard drive is getting chewed up. What else do I need? Nothing here. Got the runners. Oh, I do need more protein inhalers. I need to make more inhalers in general. It's gonna take like 7 minutes, though. Let's just not worried about it. Let's not. There's no more tiers to worry about until tier 2 is done. You see they added Bob Ross to Fortnite? Sell my house and make a Fallout movie. Nice. Hey, man. I mean, you'll still be making it on a higher budget than, what's his name made Fallout Sunburst. He's doing that with, like, spit and duct tape, holding that shit together. It's fucking incredible. The show is gonna suck. The show doesn't the show already suck? Or didn't that's the one where they dressed the fucking they dressed the NCR like the Huns and had them like be raiders and shit. It's like a reveal. Oh, they're actually the NCR. No, they're not. No, they're fucking not. That's not the NCR. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. You just wanted the excuse to blow up an institution and put a fucking lesbian in charge. Fuck off, Fallout. Whatever. Plenty of movies. I could make a better movie. I'm glad. Sure you could. There's not a lot of good stuff coming out. By the way, has anyone seen Fantastic Four by chance? I am genuinely curious. I'm trying, like, obviously, I have my thoughts on the politics that the movie is allegedly pushing. NCR got nuked. Doesn't mean they'll be running around in furs in California. Because fuck Fallout 1 and 2. Yeah, they don't respect the actual... They don't respect the messaging of the series. They don't respect anything about the series. They don't respect its art style. They don't respect these series. That's why they keep failing. That's why these series aren't doing well. There've been one or two that are good, but they're looking for anything in the video game sphere to adapt, and just nothing is sticking. Nothing is sticking. Because they're not aiming to do any to actually like understand what makes these games and a lot of their stories good or great or just timeless, you know? Like, I'd never trust them to do a Mass Effect remake or a Mass Effect show. Dear God, that'd be the worst thing ever. And I would love for there to be, like, Mass Effect is probably the show, the game that I most think would do well as a movie or TV show. Fallout, maybe. But Mass Effect, definitely. Especially Mass Effect 2. But I would never trust this version of Hollywood to do it. Just like I don't trust them with a lot of characters that I like. I mean, you guys know, I'm a big fan of the old EU in Star Wars, but I would never trust modern Disney with half those characters. It's terrible. Upon retrospect, New Vegas is 7.7% more gay than Baldur's Gate 3. You're nuts. You're nuts if you think anything, first of all, is gayer than Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 3 is gay. And they added a video game on top of it. That's what Baldur's Gate 3 is. Baldur's Gate 3 is a pride parade in gaming form. Baldur's Gate 3 is a fetish game for lonely white millennial women with lesbian haircuts. It is... Baldur's Gate 3 is for the people who don't like D&D, but like to get the clips sometimes of whatever it's called, the fucking gay-ass show they make with D&D now. You guys, you know the one I'm talking about. Marvel's having big problems, apparently. That's not surprising in the fucking slightest. That's not surprising in the fucking slightest. Not in the fucking slightest. You can have gay sex way faster in New Vegas compared to Baldur's Gate 3. I mean, the homoeroticism starts from day one, from moment one in Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 3 is I don't know. How soon can you have gay sex in Fallout New Vegas? I'm curious. Rich, is there a game you'd like to see, a movie or TV show that hasn't been done? I'm going to stick to Mass Effect as far as games that I think would make a great TV show or movie. I think an HBO show of Mass Effect would be, or an HBO style funded by Amazon, maybe, I don't know. But in like an HBO more dramatic style, but keeping a lot of like the Star Wars-y like grandiosity of the universe type shit. That would really work. I really think a Mass Effect TV show or movie would do really, really well and would be really cool. I think that would genuinely be cool. There's probably others. Honestly, Fallout would have been on that list at one point, but now it just... No, fuck that. No. Is this thing done yet? That's got a minute and a half. Well, like Mass Erect. Yeah, I mean... It got a reputation, but the game is classy. Come on, come on. And I did say HBO. Not like HBO doesn't show tits to get views. I said HBO for a reason. Oh, there could be two dudes making out in New Vegas, and Baldur's Gate 3 would still be 10,000% more gayer. You're not wrong. Dude, those scenes with Gale, and I like Gale as a character, but man, like, it is like... It's such a struggle to be close to him without, like, him trying to hit me up for fucking butt stuff. Like, it's, like, I like Gale. I like him as a character. But, like, getting him to not approach me about butt stuff is a struggle sometimes. And, like, I wish that as my friend, he would, like, be more sympathetic to that. Like, I don't really do that, man. Like, I don't take it up. I don't put it in. Like, it's just, it's not my thing, personally. And if you do that, hey, look. Use what the good Lord gave you. Have fun. You know, I'm glad that you and your partner of choice are having a good time. But it's just, it's not for me, is what I'm saying. The butt stuff, it's just, it's not for me. It's not for me. It's, you know, just a little bit. It's just not for me. You know, I'm not a fan. And you know, the funny, this is coming from a guy who's had to shoot down a few men in real life. Oh my God. Fair. Arcade was classy. I like Arcade. Arcade feels like he has a character other than being a homoerotic interest. Love interest. Well, or a love interest for the for the female players. Girl characters. For women who play the game. Or what is it we call women who play? Is it female gamers? Or they just want to be called gamers like everybody else? Or what is it? What is it? What is it? Nothing is wrong with gay unless you're straight, right? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's how it works. That's how it works. And just to be clear again, Arcade was classy. I liked Arcade. Arcade was cool. Arcade was dope. He was a fun character. And I love his relationship with Caesar. Oh, that's gay as fuck. That's gay as fuck. Gotta keep working on phase 2 as well. Like, we really need to be working on it. Okay, so if we get an assembler, what are these other parts that we need? Automated wiring, stators, and cable. We can do that. We can get started on that. How many stators are we gonna need? Probably only 100, actually. Which, honestly, I could probably just make it the workbench real fast, because stators don't get used for, like, jack all else. Until we're, like, deep into... phase 2. And versatile frameworks, that's gonna be more of a pain. If I can sleep with House, should be able to sleep with Yes. Yeah. Isn't there also a secret scene with one of House's robots There's a shocking amount of robot fetish content in Fallout New Vegas. And this is also a game that handles sexual assault on a regular basis. And they still managed to do that. What a fucking testament to the writing that Obsidian once had. What a testament to the writing that they tried to bank off of when pitching The Outer Worlds. And man, The Outer Worlds is no Fallout New Vegas. It doesn't have near the amount of robo-fetish content. You know? Wasn't the main part of his personality. Yeah, for Arcade, yeah, abso-fucking-lutely. I liked Arcade. Like, he was... I didn't find out Arcade was gay until, like, long after. Which, like, isn't necessarily a bad thing. But it's just... It's kind of funny. I just, like, straight never knew. Okay, it's a 1-to-1 on stators. And... 20-to-1 on cable. Okay, well, that... sucks. Okay, we can make that happen. So we need 100 stators to start, which should be like exactly 1 stack. We're also going to go ahead and get this built right over here. Let's get you plugged in. You're going to be ready to start making anytime now. And just give me a crafting bench right here. We need to make industrial... Yes, there we go. Stators. Requires wire and steel pipes. Okay. I've got plenty of wire and plenty of cable. Turn this planet into a Waffle House. Oh, yes. That's the first thing. That'll be the first thing to arrive on Mars, I hope you know. You think they could possibly do a good Zelda movie? I mean, depends on the studio. I'm sure there's got to be some young upstart studio that truly would care to do a story as sincere as Zelda with some justice, but I just don't know. These last few years have not been a good time for sincerity. And likewise, it's not been a great time for Japanese culture in general, or at least the Japanese culture that gets over here. And Japanese gaming, I guess, which kind of tends to bank on that. Well, I guess not all franchise. You know, Yakuza is a thing. I don't know. It has not been a good time for Nintendo. Let me say that. It has not been a good time for Nintendo specifically. Nintendo is a very sincere company. And it has not been a good time for sincerity. So I think that a show, even if made well, would run the risk of not hitting well with audiences just because audiences are not in that state right now to receive something that's like as sincere as The Legend of Zelda. Honestly. Like and that sucks to say, but it's really true. It really is. Give me these. Quentin Tarantino presents Zelda. I'd watch it. I'd watch it. Oh, I should start building walls, too. I should, at some point, stock up on concrete and iron plates and start building some walls so I can now mount these and get them out of the way. And get hyper tubes built if I want to. Yeah, I mean, Baldur's Gate 3... I don't know. Should I go on one last rant about Baldur's Gate 3 and how fucking gay it is? Because I don't think I can. I think I'm out. I think I'm out of material about how fucking gay Baldur's Gate 3 is until I replay it. And I have no interest in replaying it. Because it's fucking gay. I'm not even trying to be mean. Like, I'm not someone to usually say stuff shit like that. But, like, damn, Baldur's Gate 3 is just fucking gay as hell. Man. Really, I thought Nintendo Switch 2 came out and was doing great. It's early. We'll see. I would keep an eye on the Switch 2, personally. It could do amazing, but I would... And if you want one, and you have the cost to buy one, the means to buy one, you should do it. Thank you. Well, let me ask, Bishop. You are under the impression that the Switch 2 is doing well. That's your impression, but did you buy one? Let me ask that. Would you consider buying one in 6 months? Would you consider buying one within 1 year? Answer those 3 questions. Everybody who's listening, If you have the fucking energy to spare, get off your ass, wipe off the fucking Cheeto dust, and let me know those 3 questions. We're going to do a quick poll. Did you buy the Switch 2? Do you intend to buy it within 6 months? Do you intend to buy it within a year? Obviously, if the first question's answer is yes, then don't answer the next 2, but you get my point. Jid, let me know. Let me know. I had got a Nintendo Switch original, barely ever played it, only for Marvel Alliance. No reason to get the Switch 2. Yeah, you're seeing one of the main issues I had. I'm not seeing a lot of reason why people would switch over. Nintendo has always struggled with that. How to get people to buy the next iteration, you know? That's always been Nintendo's. Saul says, I have no reason. Can I ask why you have no reason? Is it because you already own one? We have one who has no interest in Nintendo products. Yeah, you see, I obviously this is a pretty small group here, but I really don't think the Switch is going to do well. I mean, it could. It very well could, but I don't personally think it will. Also, I'm going to adjust the chat on the vertical real fast. Give me 1 sec. There we go. Okay. Sorry, I just wanted to change that real fast. I'd rather have a PSP that says something. Nope. I will never even come close to a Switch 1, that's for sure. You're saying you can't afford it? Yeah, price. Price has been another big thing that's alienated buyers. People don't want it. Like, I gotta be honest, I've seen a lot of hype. I've seen a lot of stuff saying how good the Switch 2 will be. I've heard a lot of messaging saying how good the Switch 2 is and how worth buying it is. I've heard messaging. What I have not heard are people in the wild saying, yes, I intend to buy a Switch 2. I haven't heard that from people. And that's honestly, like, that's half... Knowing that, like, paying attention to that is, like, half the battle if you want to know how these things go. Usually. That's kind of where I am. I don't think it's going to do well. I think it's going to be like a collector's item. They've way overstocked. Especially for a sequel Nintendo console. No. No. And to be honest, I mean, a lot of it's going to be the fact that the Switch 2 is going to have to deal with the fact that a lot of the promises of the Switch 1 weren't that good. Like, a lot, or just weren't done that well. Like, they didn't do... Like, for all the promises of, like, it's a party console, you take it with you, and you play with your friends, and you have a mobile screen, and... For all that promises, like, no one really used it that way. No one cared. Like, not just that no one cared. It wasn't good for that. At all. It wasn't good for that. I'll take bolted frame. It wasn't good as a party console. It wasn't good as a mobile console. 99.9% of trips out of the slot for that Nintendo Switch console came with when users were going to the fucking toilet. Like, no one took it out in the wild because it was... Eventually, people found out it was way too dangerous. They were way too easy to get swiped. They didn't fit in your pocket conveniently. The Switch 2 was going to have to contend with all those issues, which people don't want to talk about Nintendo because we're too in love with them.
Tool
All right,
belt
Anna,
expanded. No alien organisms were harmed during the creation of this tool belt.
Well, I wasn't thinking about it before, but now I am. Anyway, I don't think the Switch 2 is going to do well. Personally. I don't think the Steam Deck is going to do well either, though, so don't think I'm just hating on Nintendo.
Smart Splitter unlocked. The Smart Splitter offers advanced settings that can improve conveyor belt logistics.
So the Smart Splitter is what will allow us to essentially take all the excess stuff that our factory is producing and automatically shunt it into a chipper that'll give us a small rebate in tickets. It's a waste of money. I can play the same games on a Steam Deck, plus I can play my Steam games. Yeah, again, I still have my own issues with the Steam Deck. The Steam Deck has a lot of the same issues I just described. It's not portable. It doesn't, 99% of the time when people pick it up, it's going to be to go to the toilet. You know, it still has all that shit. It's where most mobile gaming takes place these days, if we're being totally honest. That's just true. I'm only 10 away from that. Wait, I should do that now. Yeah, give me 10 more of these. I would get a Steam Deck. Yeah, again, I think the Steam Deck is overblown. Valve has never been good with hardware. Valve has never been able to... Like, Valve sells very technically impressive hardware, but they never know how to play the market very well, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. You know, the fact that they went against the grain as far as pricing models has continued is why Steam is the monopoly juggernaut that it is, simply out of the inability for other companies to look past their own selfishness and say, hey, maybe we should have a better product for cheaper. The hell was I unlocking? That one, the nutritional processor. That's it.
Research shows potential for processing planetary nutrients for pioneer benefit.
Steam Deck is overpriced, but Steam OS is the future. Really? You really think so? I don't know. The whole Valve is okay. I don't know. Like I'm not convinced of that. What's with the... Why are people obsessed with Steam OS? I've never heard any of these people get excited for... None of the people I see excited for it are people I would normally say like would be excited for OSs. I don't know. If it was half the price, I might get one. That's honestly been one of my main issues with the Steam Deck. Is my big critique of it is I think it should be cheaper and use that cheapness to only have it play indie games or classic games. You don't need the Steam Deck to do AAA games. Again, people are mostly going to the fucking toilet with it anyway. Like, have something that you can actually is small enough you can fit in your pocket and can play Hotline Miami. That's fine. You know? It can take 20 minutes and play a strategy game. Yeah, but like, it doesn't need to play AAA stuff, though. That's my only thing. Like, I'm not, like, you can, but like, it doesn't need to play AAA stuff. I don't know, that's my 2 cents. Okay, make me some inhalers. Bishop, tell him what's up back. I appreciate the cash. Where's my... Ah, there it is. Okay. Oh, I have another hand slot. Let's put that there. Ooh, okay. Bit of pop in there. Do I have any tapes for it? I did. The music Ada was conceived to. Beautiful. How many do I have? 22. Come in stacks of 50. Let's keep going. Can you play Project Zomboid on Steam Deck? I am fairly certain you can. I don't know why you couldn't. The Steam OS is Android? That's what comes up. I guess that's probably an Android device too. I still have an old school Steam Link. Remember the Steam Link? Another of Valve's. So don't think that I'm naive about Valve products. I own and use a Steam Link to this day. I am very aware of Valve products. Let me turn this music down. This is so loud. Not that I have a problem with it turning into a rave in here, but why don't we turn that way the fuck down? Okay, there we go. There we go. Steam's operating system is independent of Windows licensing fees. Their systems can run Windows programs. Okay, now I see why that's interesting. Okay. Interesting. Okay, I see why that's a big deal now. I see why that's a big deal. Okay. Wow, that's gonna be fucking huge. You know, we've kind of been waiting for an explosion to finally happen as far as the, I don't know, casting sphere of gaming. You know, whether it be casting games... Sorry, I'm just going to step out for a sec. Whether it be casting games onto, like, from a server, like, to wherever the hell you are. Like, so you can actually, like, play the game. You know, like the Google Stadia, or I think NVIDIA had their own version at some point. Amazon had their version, I forget. Every company tried to do it for at least a little bit. Like, as far as I'm surprised that no one has tried to step in and fill that void. Like, like if I want a device that can basically just stream my PC right now and all the stuff I'm doing to my room downstairs, like to my living room or something like that. Not that I actually have a living room, tiny apartment. But if I wanted to stream to my living room, there's a couple NVIDIA devices. There's a couple devices out of like China you could use, but there's not really. But I use a Steam Deck, not a Steam Deck, a Steam Link. And who remembers that? I'm surprised that market never got refilled. It seems like, like having like the future would be having a server in your house, or and then eventually having and then just linking it to like every single TV or every single TV and computer in your house. I mean, I think that's going to be the future. So I can actually, I can see the Steam OS being now. Raves suck. Turn this place into a mosh pit. Well, let me get back to it. Yeah, I can see that now. That's interesting. I can see why that's important. Interesting. Okay. NVIDIA, PS Now. Is PS Now their version of, what is it? Their new version of, like, a subscription where you get free games? I love how those subscriptions, by the way, have, like, increased in value with time. I love how gaming subscription services have gone from being just, like, paying $10 a month to access games to, like, $10 a month and you get free games every month. I love how that's gone in, like, the opposite direction as everything else is facing shrinkflation. Oh, I fucking love that. Maybe that's just the trade-off that the companies are using for not putting any actual games on the fucking hardware in the first place, Like, that was the #1 critique of the PS4 and 5. Multiple consoles in a row. There are no games on the console. Get over it. The future is when the grid goes down. I doubt that. I think that, let's not get too apocalyptic with it. No, the world is not Twister. Saw PewDiePie do that. Set up his own email server, passwords, everything to 100% remove Google from his life. Nice. I don't blame him. I did see an ad he did where he was, oh, damn, I gotta check if that's AI, actually. Back to the worm farm. If you say so, man. Pessimistic. I think the future could be very bright if we play it right, but it's gonna depend on what we do. Things could turn out very well. Sounds weird for me to say, because you'd think I'd be the pessimist. Why are those coal plants not firing? Oh, no, they are. I'm just too far away. Okay, yeah, they're firing. Here's my Caterium plants, which isn't producing for some reason. Oh, these two are turned off. Oh, okay. I see. It's just full. You know what? Just give me as much as possible. No reason not to. Too big? What are you talking about too big? Look, we got our power infrastructure over there. We actually need to expand that at some point. Most of the factory is over here on the horizon, past where you can see it. This coal in front of you right now. Can you see where the extractor is? The miner is way off in the distance. Way out there. That's it. That's where this coal starts. It's got to be well over 1 kilometer. One of the next big projects, though, is going to be building walls on both sides of this awkward, like, floating road we've made. Building walls on this and running these up along the walls so we have a nice big road here we can drive a truck through. That's the next goal. Should research Uber next. Wait, did Uber ever... I mean, There's only one question to ever ask about Uber. Have they turned a profit yet? Have they? Because as far as I know, they haven't. And more like, it's probably never going to happen, to be honest. Probably never. I don't expect much from Uber or any of the OG unicorns that were worth $1 billion. It seems like everything that was a unicorn were really good examples of techno-fetishists identifying what was wrong in the world and what markets needed to be filled and patting themselves in the back for it, which is great. But then now they have to actually, like, fix the things. They've bought their way into being basically the nation's taxi service. They put every competitor out of business. Congratulations. But now you have to actually be the nation's taxi service. And that Uber is not ready for. Now Uber is wishing they had competition. Same with Spotify, honestly. A lot of these big tech companies would be a lot better off if they're smaller. That's why we're going to see fracturization. Many different words for it, I guess you could say. I mean, the continuous creative destruction of capitalist markets, generational change, a swell of karma. I don't know, there's a lot of different ways you could frame it, depending on your outlook. My outlook on life is based on the Alex Jones Index. Oh, dear God. I'd rather have heard Waffle House Index. Currently, Alex Jones is a frowny face, which means outlook bad. Well, I mean, what does it mean when he looks red? What does it mean when he looks like he's pumped up full of a bunch of weird, probably illegal things that he bought from China? Uber should be nationalized? Maybe. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. We've allowed these companies to buy up a lot of our infrastructure under the promise that they were going to make it bigger and better. They got to do that at some point. Oh, I remember what we're doing now. We need 100 staters, and then we need a fuckload of cable. And we just got to let this run for a little bit. It's going to be a little boring to watch. I could make some coffee in the meantime. I've been meaning to do that. Yeah, that's what's wrong with companies these days. The most profitable companies don't... like, there's so much wealth that's been concentrated in Wall Street, in Hollywood, in the hands of the investing class. There's so much wealth there that they have no idea what to do with it. And the companies that end up being successful in America now because of that are ones who are really good at securing that VC funding, securing wealth ordained by rich people. Not companies that actually turn a profit. Not companies that do well long term. Companies with stable incomes, slowly but surely rising in market share. Not quickly but steadily. Ah, gross. Throw everything into pizza-making robots or some stupid crap. Throw everything into NFTs. That'll be the future. Sure. Whatever. Sure. Sure. Whatever. Thinking about getting a new phone. I really need one. Like, bad. It would be an investment. Oh my god, I just got a second advertisement for this. Did you hear about that, the site that was supposed to be like a safe gossip space for women got fucking hacked? Ah! I have some NFT buildings. You're insane. You don't have an NFT building. You have a stretch of code. Fuck off. Anyway, this site called T, which was supposed to be a safe space for women to gossip with one another, got fucking hacked. And this site that was supposed to be safe for gossip, for some reason, was storing photos of the women, of a lot of women's. When they made accounts, they had to give photos of their ID. So it was like, that is now insane. Some game items are NFT, if it's an NFT game. Very few... What games are still using NFTs now? Did you not see how quickly NFTs were abandoned when AI became the new thing? NFTs are dead. AI is the last one of these grifts before we finally breached past the postmodern era and into the great unknown. I did hear about the UK's age verification. They're actually in a fight similar to Texas, I believe. Which is quite funny. It's funny watching the UK and Texas be on the same side of something. Congratulations. Have fun. Now, Texas makes some good decisions once in a while. I like Tech. Yeah. Got them from playing the game. Well, that's good. I hope that was worth it. They're worthless. They're play money. If you can get any money for them now, do it. Their cryptocurrency will probably enter its best phase now that the lens has been taken off of it and it can actually, like, flourish as an actual market unto itself, and the grifters hopefully will be out of it. I think that the crypto space will start doing better than ever, but it's also going to be... There's going to be a lot less money in it for little guys. There we go. Okay, so it is... For every 2.5 stators, I need 50 cable, which makes it a conversion of, for every... You know, I could just turn this down and see for myself. For every 1 stator, we need 20 cable. Okay. 100 in total times 20. Wait, I need logistics, organization. There we go. Let's store a bunch of crap in here. Good enough. Buying an NFT horse for 2.5 ETH? Jesus Christ. Well, I mean, I hope your friend got his money worth. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to be mean about it, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. There we go. Take all of those. Oh, and actually one more, because I want to have a spare for me to take. That's actually fucking insane. Was it like a horse for a game? Like a, or just like a horse photo NFT? Like what? Probably had to take it. Well, you can't, when you can't pay for that, that NFT food. Wait, no. I'll just keep all those. Oh, my shit. I need that. Okay, 2 of the Phase 2 items are now done. Well, they're... Hey, buddy. I enjoy just getting a face full of that every time you fly through. Cool? Cool. Okay, so I have all... So 2 of these Phase 2 items up in the corner. 2 of them are just straight up done. I'm just waiting on the actual materials to be crafted. There is one more. Where can I feed stuff into this? I think there's 3 of them right there. There's 3 points of entry. There's one here. No, there's just 2. Okay. you're both going to make versatile framework. Requires steel beams, modular frames. That's a lot of steel beams. Fuck. Didn't buy an NFT, but did buy stock in Tim Pool's independent media company, which immediately imploded into a lawsuit. That sounds like Tim Pool's business dealings. It was just a stupid sparkly horse PNG. That fucking sucks. Okay, your friend is an idiot. I hope he knows that. Poor guy. Hope that 2.5 ETH was a lot cheaper then. Because that's like tens of thousands of dollars, isn't it? That's insane. Wait, what's the conversion now? I know it would have been different back then. No, that's 2.5 ETH now is $3,700. So that's like 9K-ish. Well, he got ripped. Now it's worth less. Oh, you know, since then, I wonder if now, since that happened, we've had the transition of Ethereum stopped mining. I wonder if that caused them to go down. And everyone went to, then it was less. Okay. Yeah, it's $3,700. Something like that. Or wait, was that per? Wait. I'm going back to it. 2.5 ETH. Yes, that is conversion. Yeah, $3,700. That's what 2.5 ETH is. That's a lot of fucking money. Jesus Christ. Need more coal operations. You know what? I'm not going to use these anyway. If I'm not using them right now, let's just delete them. Let those continue. The number one thing I should be doing... Those two are done. Should be getting more power. That requires coal. The coal vein over there is tapped out. But I managed to get 270 per minute out of just that one vein. So that's still pretty damn good. It's way the fuck over there. Yep, that one's claimed. 800 meters. Okay. We can do 800 meters. Hey, buddy. Oh my god! God, your face! God, at some point I'll move this factory, I swear. Like, just one tile higher. How do I want to do this? Oh, 1 ETH is 3.7 thousand. It was around the same time in 2022. Shit. I mean, either way. You seize the means of production. Well, unfortunately, now I need to seize the means of, I don't know. I'm too tired to be... I was playing Total War all night. I'm too tired to be funny today. Giving up on it. There we go. No. The Waffle House comes later. Bean! We've talked about this! Get out of here. What's wrong with that guy? Okay, staircase is coming along. You know, knowing this map, if I remember correctly, there's oil on the other side of that waterfall. Go. Foundations. Go. Yep, just said the magic American word. We're gonna need that at some point. I still don't know exactly where that coal is. That way. It might be up on top of that bluff. Did I get that right? Yeah, I did. That should do. Yeah, let's do a big thoroughfare with this one. Why not? Take care. Enjoy your night. Have fun. This might be the most boring building I ever have to actually do in this game. Maybe I should do this off stream and come back and do something else. Oh boy. Oh. Aside from that fact that we're like, you know, about to die at any moment. Still not fucking high enough. Okay. Okay. Where is it? Where's that coal? Oh, no. To the base of that cliff. I know where this is. But there's like 3 veins of it. It's really... So... There's a lot of it there. Let's keep going. Out of concrete. Alright. Now we go back. Well, should be a fun trip back at least. I didn't realize the grassy plain started you this close to the cenote. Probably not even a cenote, actually, but whatever. working. Power's still good. That's what happens when my factory gets too big. A bike would be nice to have in this game. Well, not wrong. There is a cart. It's silly and dumb, so I don't use it. This is still running. Okay. You know what? I don't have much more to do. I mean, I have stuff to do, but it's kind of boring. I don't know. Now let's just keep building. Who cares? I'm gonna take a break just real fast, though. I'm gonna hop off just so I can go grab something to snack on. Give me 1 sec. Don't bump the microphone. Okay. Instead of snack on, I'm going to go make myself some actual dinner and be back in about an hour. I will see you guys soon. 1 hour, I will be back. I'm so terrible every time I say stuff like that. I'm going to put a poll up. So do... Ah! That's unprofessional. I'm going to put a poll up either... yeah, over on YouTube. Though everyone's on Twitch right now. I don't know. I'll throw up something. Maybe on the Discord? I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to think about what game we should play. Might be some Civilization. I'm kind of liking that Jurassic Park theme build that we were doing last time. That was pretty fun. Could also go back to playing some Zomboid. Could do a lot of stuff, honestly. So let me know what you guys are thinking. I'll be back in about an hour.